Back with you on SportsCenter AM, just about the bottom of the hour, and let's welcome in ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. The Raiders, Adam, have a hole to fill at running back after losing Latavius Murray to the Vikings. What more can you tell us there?
This is a situation that's very fluid, and it's developing right now as we speak. But we have a situation where the Oakland Raiders are considering bringing Marshawn Lynch out of retirement. Now, Marshawn Lynch is going to be 31. And they might have to trade for him, being that he's Seattle's property, or it could just be that with the relationship that Raiders GM Reggie McKenzie and Seattle GM John Schneider, with the relationship they have, Seattle could ultimately release Marshawn Lynch to allow him to return to his hometown team in Oakland to finish playing his career for the Raiders. But clearly there is consideration given to this idea. It is a possibility. Now, we should say also that Marshawn Lynch is a very unpredictable figure, and he could have plans one day that change the next. And even those who know him best know how unpredictable he can be. So to pinpoint exactly what he's going to do is very difficult. But we can tell you that the Raiders are considering trying to lure him out of retirement. He has given the idea some consideration, and clearly playing for his hometown team would hold great allure for him. And it is an idea that is in the works. Now, we'll see whether or not it materializes. The Raiders also have given some thought to signing Adrian Peterson, but clearly they are in the market for a workhorse running back, even in a draft that's filled with good young running backs. Oakland seems to be looking and considering veteran options, Marshawn Lynch chief among them.
Good running backs in this year's draft, but for the first time in a long time, the Raiders do not have a good draft pick. So Marshawn Lynch seems to be an option, as you say, Adam. But how much could the Raiders realistically expect from a guy who you say is turning 31 in April?
Well, I think that we've seen his power before. We've seen him come back from injuries. We've seen him come back from time off. We've seen him with no practice. I think it would be a mistake to ever underestimate Marshawn Lynch. Now, 31 is not that old in football ability. Now, he's run with a very physical style, and you'd have to see what kind of condition he kept himself in. But just the idea of having him there, the emotional boost that it would provide that team, and lift and bravado that it would bring to the Raiders, I think would be enticing. And again, you wouldn't need him to be a complete workhorse. You still have other young backs like DeAndre Washington right now, and some of the backs the Raiders used last year. But this is a case that the Raiders think that he could help their team, I think, be a boost to that offense. They're seriously giving it some thought, and we'll see whether or not they can go through with these plans to bring Marshawn Lynch out of retirement, either through trade or through his release, to bring him to Oakland to allow him to finish his career in the town in which he grew up in.
And possibly a more cost-effective option than Adrian Peterson. That is ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter with the news that the Raiders are considering bringing Marshawn Lynch out of retirement.